Hey, what is up, YouTube? It's your girl Miranda here. Yeah, first upload in a while. I know. So this is gonna be a just a quick unscripted video about Superman. I literally just got home from watching it, and I have a number of thoughts that I wanted to kind of organize and put together in a video. I do have some like housekeeping stuff I wanted to get through first. So, just like, what's been going on with me, like why I haven't been online, like that sort of thing. So, if you don't care about any of that, well, there'll be a timestamp down below where you can just skip to the Superman stuff. If that's all you care about. But yeah, yeah. So probably have noticed that I haven't been online either on social media or on YouTube. I've not been uploading any videos. I'm not going to get into the specifics just because it's nobody's business, but I've been having a really super shitty year. My mental health is in the shitter, my physical health is in the shitter, and I just haven't found the motivation to make videos or create content or make art or do anything really. So, yeah, like I have a number of ideas in my head for future projects, but the will just isn't there right now. So um yeah. Uh so that's I'm just doing this as an off the cuff video. I don't see myself returning to actively engaging on this platform, at least in a video essay capacity for a while, if ever. So that being said, I have started a second channel for Star Wars Unlimited content. That's a card game that I play that I really enjoy. Um, that is the like kind of one good thing that I have going on right now. So, it's probably the only thing that really consistently brings me joy in my life at the moment. So, yeah, I started a second channel. So if you want to check that out, there'll be a link in the down below section for that. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, that's yeah, I know it's kind of a downer, but yeah, I've just really not been having a good time lately. So um yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Yay, living with depression, it's fun. Living with chronic illness is fun. Anyways, yeah, I think that's all the yapping I have. I'm not saying that I'll never do another video essay again. Obviously, if my health improves or my situation changes, I will come back to it because I really did enjoy doing that stuff. But I just, like I said, I don't have it in me right now. So, anyways, I want to talk about Superman now. So, roll the thing. Da 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 da. All right, so this is the part of the video where I talk about Superman, the first good Superman movie. Don't at me. All due respect to fans of the Richard Donner films, those movies are bad and silly. I'm sorry. They're not good. And the Zack Snyder films, oh, we'll talk about the Zack Snyder films in a second here. Those are also like terrible. They're not even like fun bad. They're just bad. I'm sorry. I hated Man of Steel and like all the other like Zack Snyder films. I'm just like, bleh. Uh, hey, if you like it, whatever. But I have not really been following the discourse surrounding this film, except I have been I did watch a couple of videos about the Snyder cults losing their shit over this movie. And frankly, the sheer amount of like harassment that James Gunn has had and like James Gunn fans have had, it's out of this world. So the fact that this movie seems to be doing well, and people seem to like it, well, that brings, oh, I love to see, because I mean, come on, they deserve it. I've seen some of your social media posts. Yeah, you deserve this. Um, I do think it's hilarious. So I'm gonna get right into spoilers. I do think it's hilarious that the movie made a specific reference to the Snyder cult in this. like like in universe makes no sense whatsoever, but like Lex Luthor has an army of monkeys on typewriters like just trolling Superman fans, and I'm like, oh, that's not like Like, oh my god, it's like I had a little chuckle to myself in the theater, because like I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, Mr. Gunn. Um, but this video is not. It's not going to be about Snyder Cult. I'm really super not interested in engaging in that discussion. If any Snyder Cult people find their way into the comment section of this video, I'm just going to delete your comments and move on with my life. So don't even bother. But yeah, I liked the movie quite a lot. I think this is the first good Superman film that we've had. Not counting animated films. I mean, there's a lot of great animated Superman content. Like I love Superman the animated series. I love the Justice League, and there's a number of like DC animated stuff that I really love. And even live action, Superman and Lois, criminally underrated. I'm not caught up on the show because I really liked the first season, and then I thought the second season kind of went off the rails. I think the second season was the one of the like Bizarre World. I don't know. I'm too lazy to fact check that. But when they start going to Bizarre World, I was like, okay, this is silly. Like the planet is a cube. Oh my god. But yeah, I had actually like I wrote down some notes in my notebook here about stuff I wanted to talk about. So this is not scripted. This is just really off the cuff. Like I literally just got home from watching the movie like an hour ago. So this is all stuff I've been thinking about like on the train ride back home. So I'm gonna have some political hot takes. We'll save those for later. So who boy, do I have like this movie is not super subtle with it either. And which is not a criticism, it's just I'm just stating a fact. It's the real world parallels are not super subtle. So, but yeah, I want to talk about some other stuff first before we get into the heavier stuff. So yeah, really like the performance. The cast is great. What's his name? Corn Sweat. Great Superman. I approve. It's nice to get a Jewish Superman. Well, a Jewish actor playing Superman, I should say, because the character is written by two Jewish writers and is very much talking about the immigrant experience that Jewish people had moving to North America. So it's not really like a big part of the character. Like this is like the character isn't Jewish, but I like having like I like that there's a Jewish actor playing Superman for once. So I don't know if any of the voice actors, whatever. I'm just for the purposes of this conversation, I'm only talking about the live action stuff. Yeah, I thought Superman was great. Lois was great. I really liked Lex Luthor actually. And we'll get into this a little bit in a second here, but kind of like all the secondary characters are like effective foils for our main character. I mean, it's very obvious with a character like Lex Luthor, who's meant to be his opposite. But there's quite a lot of other characters in the movie that like are also Superman's opposite, but in different ways. But I like this take on Lex Luthor. He's kind of like a younger like tech bro. He's got like his tech cult around him, which definitely doesn't remind me of anyone in particular. But like unlike real world figures, he is actually like brilliant. He's smart enough to recreate the Big Bang. Apparently, I don't know. There's a lot of like sciencey stuff in this movie. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like yada yada yada. It's fine. We don't need to explain it. It's like, oh yeah, Lex Luthor just recreated the Big Bang. Like what? Okay, sure, whatever. He has a pocket universe. It's fine. I don't care. But yeah, because like to me, like Lex Luthor is the character that works best when he represents the best and the worst that humanity has to offer. And I think that's kind of what they're going for here. Because he's clearly a very brilliant person, but his own ego gets in his way. And I mean, he could literally be the world's greatest superhero if he actually like cared about his fellow man, which he doesn't. So yeah, great performance. From for Lex Luthor, and then all the other secondary characters. So the Justice Gang, as so like they did not agree to the name, but again they're all foils for Superman. Like it's most evident with Nathan Fillion's character, the Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, who is my least favorite Green Lantern, but he's actually a really good choice for this film because he is so different to Superman. So Superman is like this like humble do-gooder that like is helping people for the its own sake, whereas like Guy Gardner is like this like arrogant blowhard who's like basically just doing it for the fame. Um, so yeah, it's a good foil. I like their scenes together. Mr. Terrific again is a good foil to Superman in a different way, just because Superman's obviously very passionate about people, about the human race and his fellow man and whatnot. Like he broke down crying when that one guy died. But like Mr. Terrific is so non-emotional. He's so dispassionate. Like he still cares about helping people, but it's it's in a very cold, clinical way, and not in the warm human way that Superman does that. And then Hawkgirl. So Hawkgirl isn't really in the movie that much. Um, to be honest, I don't really care about this character. I liked her incarnation in the Justice League, like Shayera Hall. I thought she had a great storyline in that show, but in this, she's just kind of there. And again, she's the foil to Superman because she's so like blasé, like she's so disinterested in like her role as a superhero. She just it feels like she's just kind of along for the ride, and she also, it's being very explicit towards the end of the film where she kills evil dictator man. Yeah. So what else did I have written down here? And then just another like fun observation, like Jimmy Olsen. What what were they doing? Like I don't hate it, but like having that guy as an having him be irresistible to women, I'm just like him. Like I'm not into men, but I understand why people find certain men attractive, but I'm just like him. But whatever, it's fine. It's just a funny little side note that I had. Um, yeah, and the other kind of element of the film that I really enjoyed was the parent stuff. So this is a theme that James Gunn has done before, most notably in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. But how and it's like all of his recent films. Like I haven't seen all of his films. So like I don't think I've seen his trauma era films, but like the films of his that I have seen, which is a lot of the recent ones, um, the recurring theme is found family. And that's kind of like a well that James Gunn keeps going back to for his work. And it's very much present here. It's less pronounced than in the Guardians films because the Guardians it's an ensemble piece and it's more explicitly about the found family, whereas this kind of focuses on one character and his found family. The vibe is very different. Like we're not talking about like finding another group of like people to hang out with who are also like outcasts and rejects and stuff. It's like no, it's like he was literally adopted. Like like it was so in that sense. So I actually really like how they handle that because this is the first time that I've seen like maybe it's in some Elseworlds comic that I'm not aware of, or I don't know. Like I don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of all comic books, but this is the first time I've seen where like Jor-El and I forget her name, Superman's biological mother, are kind of shown to be villains. That's as far as I know, that's not something that's been done before, and it works really well here because the lie that Clark tells himself is that he's doing like he's helping people and like he's doing all these things because for his parents, his biological parents, like he's doing it for them. Where the truth is doing it for his own reasons. He's doing it because that's how he was raised by mom and pa Kent, and he genuinely wants to help people. He genuinely wants to be a good person and help the human race. Not so having his parents kind of flip the script and like, oh, there's a hidden part of the message. Actually, we want you to conquer everything. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really super make sense like in universe, but like thematically, I think it works quite well. Where it forces Superman to come to that realization, like with a little bit of help from Hawkins. But that's kind of like that's his character arc. Like, hooray, we're getting a character arc with Superman. Isn't this wonderful? Isn't this great? Yeah, so overall, very much enjoyed it. There was a couple things that I didn't love. The CGI baby didn't work for me. I'm sorry. The whole like, no Superman, you have to hold my baby because plot. Um, and the baby itself, like, all due respect to visual animators, I know you work very hard and you're not paid enough and you're not given enough time. But it looked bad. It looked real bad. Everything like I you could have still had the baby, but just having Superman like fly around with it and like that part of the movie did not work. It's a very minor thing. It doesn't affect my overall enjoyment of the film. But it's just a choice that I didn't like. And the other kind of thing that rubbed me the wrong way was I forget his name, but the one like falafel guy that's super like he gave a free food to Superman one time, and now he's his best friend, I guess. Um, he's the so my issue with this is that he's the only brown character in the film that has any dialogue that isn't just there to be a reaction shot or a crowd shot. Um, and he's killed off to motivate our characters. Like he's killed off to motivate Metamorpho and Superman. And it's not great. I mean, if you want a deeper dive into like um how Arabs and brown people are, I mean, this guy would um sorry, it's when I'm scripted, I flow so much better. And when I've had a couple weed gummies today, and I'm a beer in, so I'm not the most lucid at the moment. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so if you want like deeper dive into portrayal of Arabs in media, I have a whole video about that, which if you're already a subscriber, you've probably seen it, statistically speaking. Um, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's my most popular video. Um, and yeah, that's another reason I wanted to make this video is because it kind of dovetails with that video. In our big political conversation, who boys? So, the country that's getting invaded is Palestine. Yeah, can we agree on that? Yes. Okay. I realize that it's more coded to be like Afghanistan, but and like the attacking army is very Russian coded. Um, but we're not. We have triple digit IQs here, so I'm going to assume you person watching this video is a smart person and can figure out that if you're making a political metaphor, it doesn't have to be a exact one-to-one correlation with the thing that you're making a metaphor about. So, even though are these the occupying army, the army that is going to invade the other country, not exactly coded to be this way, but they are the IDF. I'm sorry, they are the IDF. I mean, you could also read them as Russia invading Ukraine, but that metaphor really breaks down because I forget what they're called. We're just going to call them Palestinians because that's what they are. Um, they're shown to be a group of civilians who are defending themselves with makeshift weapons like sticks and stones and stuff like that, and that's not Ukraine. So yeah, like I said, we're going to get political here. So yeah, this is a big swing um, because we're not allowed to be anti-genocide in today's day and age in our media landscape. So For like a big Hollywood studio to like release a not so subtle like, hey, genocide is bad. Hey, what Israel is doing is bad. Is yeah, that's I did not expect that in a Superman film. Um, and there's an element in the film that really drives that metaphor home is when they're like the occupying army and Lex Luthor are like carving up the country to take it over. I mean, the thing that hasn't doesn't have any direct parallels with what's going on right now.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it, too. We'll own it.
Yeah, so I mean that's like literally all I could think about during those scenes was like if this would happen in Gaza right now. So like holy shit, could you imagine if in real life we had a Superman and he just like flew to Gaza and was like, "All right, IDF, no more killing today, and go home." Like, could you imagine what would happen? And like going back to what I said earlier, the fact that this is a Jewish actor uh really drives that point home. So I don't know. James Gunn is a clever filmmaker, and um I'm willing to bet this was intentional because it's like I said, this is not super subtle. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's because I always have Palestine on the brain that like I just see it everywhere, but I just I I can't believe in a Hollywood superhero film we're doing this. I like to be clear, that's a good thing. Whether or not people actually pick up on the fact that this is a metaphor for Palestine, um, you know, media literacy all time low on this planet right now. Uh, I'm rambling. I think I should just write a script. I'm so tired. Hey, it's editing Miranda here. I got really super incoherent after after this part in the recording, so I just wanted to wrap up with some final thoughts. Yeah, I completely like my brain completely shut down, partly from fatigue, partly because I had just taken a weed gummy right before filming because I was in a lot of pain, and also just because this is a really upsetting topic to me. So yeah, so I think I mean, this is not the only possible reading. I mean, there are like lots of other readings, especially since the villains are kind of like Slavic coded, Russian coded, Eastern European coded, whatever you want to call them. And the country being invaded is probably more similar to Afghanistan than Gaza. But as I stated, you don't necessarily need a one-to-one correlation. To get the metaphor, and like one of my friends pointed out that this is also very similar to what happened in the Caucasus, Chechnya, Georgia, Azerbaijan. So of course, like this applies to a lot of different asymmetrical conflicts, is I guess the term that the academic term there. So but I choose to apply it to Palestine because that's what's relevant today in 2025, and it's also that's what I care about. That's what's relevant to me right now. So yeah, it's to me it's a very direct parallel, just because like we have a technologically advanced country that is directly funded by the United States, um, funded by an American billionaire at that, invading a technologically advanced country who are basically just fighting with sticks and stones. So to me, there's a very clear parallel between that and what's in the current conflict between the IDF and Palestinians. So yeah, it's quite emotionally charged for me, just because like I feel like I have a connection to these people, and with similar ethnic background. And that's something I explored in my Dune video. Um, and yeah, so big swing from James Gunn for on this, and I hope this leads to some more discussion about this. I know I'm not the only person that has made that connection, so I encourage you to check out other creators that have released videos on this subject, and yeah, very much like I said, very much enjoyed the film. First good Superman movie. And yeah, if you like this video, make sure that you leave me a like, comment, subscribe, share, that sort of thing. My channel's kind of taking a big hit in traffic this year, just because I haven't been uploading anything. So yeah, if you can watch this video, if you like it, share it around. Hopefully that'll motivate me to upload more in the future. And and yeah, check out my second channel if you're interested in my Star Wars card game. And I hope you all take care of yourselves. And yeah, have a good one. Bye.